Hi, let's do Get Ready with me and catch up. The world is on fire and I have thoughts about everything, as always. I'm starting off the base for my makeup with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Uche does it, and anything Uche does, I'm gonna do. I'm not even sure if it's this cream, but she's got a cream that looks like this, and that girl's makeup is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. So if I'm not gonna do anything else like her, at least I'm gonna do this. I feel like I put too much on, but whatever. I'm a woman of excess. So right off the bat, Trump tweeted that he was going to end a civilization, referring to my home country. The fact that the man is crazy and a moron doesn't need to be addressed. What does need to be addressed though is I will no longer befriend anybody who throughout this entire situation has failed to check up on me. I always like to start with rage. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about some positive things going on. First of all, like these thick ass brows. My goal this year is to lean as heavily as I can into my Princess Jasmine aesthetic. And that means I have gotten so serious about my hair growth journey. I'm taking 9,000 supplements and I'm happy to tag them for you and let you know. Don't ask me which one works. I don't know. I'm using them all together. I will say that although postpartum hair loss is a real thing, after getting pregnant, the way that my hair has been flourishing and this length I haven't had in years. That's not me telling you to get pregnant, okay? Keep your legs closed. Keep that uterus shut. Speaking of people who do not have that uterus shut, my surrogate is doing amazing. She did start having some heartburn, which I think is normal and natural. I told her what medicine to take. We have the 20-week anatomy appointment tomorrow, so I am very, very nervous and stressed out about it, especially when it comes to IVF babies. They're always concerned about their heart. I personally don't know what it is, but apparently IVF babies' hearts don't always form the same way and there's a risk attached to it. So please keep me in your prayers. I am going to be a little on edge tomorrow. Speaking of also being on edge, I got back into therapy. I'm not the type of person that believes you need to be in therapy for a prolonged period of time. I think therapy is one of those things that you can tap in and tap out of. And I haven't been in therapy for the past 2 years, but I think where I am in life, I kind of need the assistance for the next chapter. You know what I mean? Also, I always crack up at people who are like, I don't use foundation and put this much concealer on, but I am said woman. So some things that we've been talking about in therapy. I told my therapist I don't feel like I'm growing as a person, and part of that is because I'm not necessarily working towards anything. And he asked me if there is something that I wanted to work towards, and I told him, well, really no. I think every goal that I've had so far, I've hit and I'm in a good place. So he challenged me. He's like, well, then why do you feel like you need to be working towards something? And I think that's something that a lot of high achieving women need to hear. It's okay to sit in the success that you worked really hard for. This idea that you need to always be going after the next thing, it can be really destructive. We also talked about how fast I metabolize success, like at an unhealthy psychotic level. So what do I mean by I metabolize success really fast? I recently moved into a new house. This is a dream house. It's beautiful. I'll show you around. We'll go through the whole process because I did hire an interior designer. The house is substantially bigger than any house I've ever lived in and any house I could have even envisioned for myself growing up. But can I tell you, the excitement of this house lasted for approximately 7 minutes for me. And it's not because I'm ungrateful. I'm extremely grateful. I just always think I need bigger, I need more. There's a greed that's attached to me and my personality. And that's an amazing quality to have because I'm always going to be working extra hard, but it also prevents me from really enjoying the moment and sitting in things. I had another work win this week. Tell me how happy I was. I was happy for 7 minutes and then we moved on and I was like, I want more, I want bigger, I want better. And part of the reason I've also gone back in therapy is because I have a daughter now and so much of my mom's internal voice became my internal voice. And I'm not gonna lie to you, one of my biggest issues is that I never think I'm good enough. So I overcompensate in so many different ways. And I don't want Noe to have that same feeling. She should think that she's amazing and good enough the way that she is and that she doesn't need to earn love, which is what I've done my entire life. I feel like I've earned the love of, or at least I've tried to earn the love of everyone around me. Girl, also now that I'm a mommy, I've been looking into schools, and did you know that some of these pre-Ks, some of these toddler programs have a 2% acceptance rate? There was a Wall Street Journal article about the New York school scene and they called it a bloodbath. A bloodbath for 3-year-olds is crazy. And I've never been anti-public school, but public school is not it anymore. I'm so sorry, it's bad. Our education system sucks. Girl, motherhood is hard. I made a video the other day saying I haven't twerked since I had a baby, and it's so true. I just feel like I need to be responsible for this little human at all times. I have such a village. There's 9,000 people that are taking care of my daughter. She has a very active father. My husband is very involved. But I'm sorry, I just feel like nobody can do it like her mom. You guys, a good brown liner is so hard to come by. This one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, Cool Brown. And then there's a MAC one, I believe it's called Cork. Chef's kiss. But yeah, I'm gonna make more of an effort to twerk. Twerking is really a metaphor for what I'm trying to say. I need to release myself of so many of these burdens that I and society have put on me. I know there's a lot of people out there who make content sitting there doing their makeup, and I wouldn't say that I'm the best person at doing my makeup, but something about the process of giving myself this opportunity to just sit down and take me time has been so therapeutic. Even if you're not amazing at makeup, I definitely recommend this. It's so healing, especially if you're someone who's always on the go. You're the first daughter, you're the high achieving woman. It's okay to sit there and just play in makeup. And that is all the playtime that we had today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you. Bye.